25-17 was our first set score, and at LaSalle winning set number 1 in their first meeting for season 82 of the UAAP Women's Volleyball Tournament. Fudgy bar o bar sa saya. Pero talagang masaya dito are the LaSalle fans. And there is a reason why the insiders of LaSalle were very excited for their team. And now the rest of the world is seeing why. And the attacking has been superb. The receiving and the digging has been great. Hinahatid yung bola kay Michelle Cobb. It's the errors that piled up. And yet, they still had an 8-point lead at one point in that game.
And, you know, looking at the body language of these ladies in green, boom, you wouldn't, if you didn't follow the team's history or the lineup that they have, you wouldn't think that these ladies are actually rookies.
Right.
Which I guess is a good sign for this team. But on the other hand, one of the things that they can't, they can't let it happen. That they can't relax. They can't be too overconfident going into the second set.
And there are still things to work on, like those 10 errors.
Definitely, they gave away 10 points easily.
But it's a good sign for them. This is the first set of their season 82. The 3 rookies are playing right away. But these rookies, like for example, Gagate and Cruz, they've not only been training with them for the last couple of years. Remember, they also train with their pro team. So they get, all these lessons and tips and battles against the Majoy Barons, the Abby Maraños of the world.
And that's the best experience you can actually get.
Veterano na, mga MVP pa yung mga kalaban nila as Layla Cruz again from the opposite side, flying through, swooping through for the first point of set number 2. I mean, how valuable is that to learn from those former players who dominated also and were MVPs in their own right and just got even better when they got into the pros. Now, let's see how Ateneo, the defending champs, will respond here. A receiving error. It is Doromal with this one. Right now, LaSalle historically has always been a great serving team. Again, we did say, right?
A lot of athletes.
Yeah. Malonzo, Ravenna. Congratulations to 30.
Yeah, I saw.
And to Mosey, of course. Can I congratulate him?
The proud mother.
Of course. Sa lahat may credit dyan. 3-0 in the meantime here for DLSU in set number 2. James Malonzo, 30 Ravenna here. Jolina continues to serve, skirting the net. Mitch. Tiamzon in the middle. Ravenna was there. They tip it to the other side. De La Cruz. Cobb reverses. Medyo sumobra. Pagkakataon para sa Ateneo. They reverses to Cat. Cat sees that opening behind, but Hazareno was there. Gagate unable to finish the play. Maraguinot extends. De La Cruz gets the dig. Jaja. Joe. The sister act getting the first point in set number 2 as we check in with Franny Reyes.
To today's game, nerves got to some players, and the reception that they worked on wasn't great. 10 out of Ateneo's 17 points came from opponents' errors. So what has to change? They have to relax, play smarter, but most of all, they have to go back to basics, work on the reception, because when they receive better, they can execute their plays and get those points in. Now, LaSalle is a younger team, and this is an opportunity for Ateneo's vets to show their maturity and experience, especially to guide this team. Now, let's see if they can turn this game around in their favor. Back to you guys.
Right now, they cut that 3-point lead to just 1. Franny, thank you very much. Stu will be serving 3, and it is in the hands of the returning Joanna Araguinot. De La Cruz receiving. Tiamzon will try again. Sumobra. Tiamzon setting it. Cruz checks it off the blockers.
With the height of Cruz, boom, you can see that the reach of the ball is way up there, makes it easier for her to get it through.
Former
Now serving.
Zobel players having their impact here. Hazareno and Cruz having their impact here with their collegiate teams now. The tip by Samonte. Ja. Faith gets it through the gap.
Faith Disparos.
Cuts the lead to 1. Let's look at that again. Inunahan. And Cruz not solid on that one. Faith just powers
now
it through.
Serving. Jules Samonte.
Cruz Samonte. La Cruz misreceiving, miscommunication between her and Tiamzon, and we are tied here at 4-all.
Much better start for Ateneo. It was a good reset.
Chance for us to send it over to Ayana Perlas. Very happy with that first set win. Go ahead, Ayana.
Women, and if there's one thing Coach Ramil DLSU's commended the girls for, it's their momentum, and he needs them to keep going. Now he reminded the girls to stay technical and to remove all emotions from today's game. Now being the team's spark plug, Tin Tiamzon and Julina De La Cruz, who is now the top scorer of the team in today's match. One thing that changed for these two players is the change of position, both coming from opposite hitters last season, and now both are open hitters. And both players admitted to me that being an open hitter is an advantage for them, as this is their more familiar position and that they are more comfortable in this spot. Back to you.
Thank you very much, Ayana Perlas. Do we have our first challenge of this game?
Yes, we do. Now,
only 5 categories. Let me just repeat. For season 82 of the volleyball tournament, our video challenge system, we only have 5 categories to be challenged, and this is our first one.
so they're challenging ball in,
Yes.
ball out.
Which is one category. Block touch is the other one. Those are probably the 2 most common. Net fault is another one. Antenna touch is another one. And a foot fault is another category that you can challenge here. We are at 4-all. Lumer Parahilio having a conversation with Coach Ramil De Jesus.
Kay Coach, walang challenge sa outside Athena, ha? Okay, pakisabi kay Coach. Walang challenge, oh.
Okay, so it's a different call that they're challenging. Di pinayagan yung challenge for the outside antenna again. Now, one of the categories here, so we gotta clarify this, because one of the categories is contact with the antenna by the player or by the ball.
But not whether it's outside of the antenna. So that's what our first referee has clarified.
That's Josie Del Rosario, who is very busy today. 4-all. Make that 5-4 rather for Ateneo. Tiamzon delays her jump, and that's a check. Coach O doesn't believe so. But he's not going to challenge. 5-all. Much tighter set number 2.
Now serving, Layla Cruz.
Layla Cruz, who has 3 points here so far in this game. Good serve. Good pickup by Maraguinot. Tolentino. Jaja was there. Cat will try again. Another denial. They open up. Disparos puts it away.
Disparos
With a Gatorade-fueled spike of the game.
She's been showing much more confidence here in the second set.
10 points in her UAAP debut, collegiate debut. 6-5 Ateneo with the lead. Tiamzon underneath the ball. 2-point lead. Ateneo looking a little more comfortable and settled and organized here in set number 2. Ooh, and just as I say that, some extra juice on that serve for Cat Tolentino gives a free point to De La Salle. Remember, De La Salle had 10 errors in that set number 1, so that's a number that we're going to look at as the senior Tin Tiamzon is on deck. Maraguinot receives. Her younger sister setting up Faith Nisperos, who finds a crack in that wall.
And Faith also utilizing the shorter blocker in Cobb.
Technical timeout.
8-6, technical timeout. Ateneo in the lead. Great crowd here inside the Mall of Asia Arena. Our good friend at Basa from Ateneo, our Silka stunner of the game. Good friend and colleague and Basa. She's happy her team is up 2 here in set number 2.
And this is also much better showing from
Now
Ateneo.
serving, Faith Nisperos.
And there haven't been a lot of exchanges. In the first set, there were a lot of long rallies, long exchanges, and it seemed like LaSalle was a lot better in the counterattacks and in the longer rallies. Pagdating lang sa first set, I'm not saying in general. Let's not make that a blanket statement. But in the first set lamang. So we haven't had a lot of those here. The short points have been won by Ateneo so far.
So far here in this set, and it was courtesy of Nisperos, and Maraguinot also one of those who have delivered the points here for Ateneo.
7 serving 8. Joe. Smart move by Bongay, the new captain.
From the middle.
Quick thinking by Gaston.
All alone. Biggest lead here in the set has been 2. Sorry, 3
Now
at
serving,
3-0.
Bongay Gaston.
Good serve. Julina solid on the receive. Julina, nice. Off speed. She saw the donut hole. But you see her approach and looked like she was going to go all out. Look at this.
But last minute, she saw that opening in the middle. And that's when you see that an attacker really has presence of mind. You look at the other side, this is not like everything happens in split second. So when you jump up, you leap up, she still had that time to think and to look.
Nakakakita ng puwang. Ito mga attacker ng Ateneo in this set. They're seeing these gaps, they're seeing these creases. Cruz and Gagate split on the block, and
Now serving.
Blocking is not as tight as it was in the first set, but also I think we can't discount the fact that you have a very experienced player in Maraguinot.
correct. Julina delays her jump and gets that point.
I like how Jolina really varies her attack.
Really going for the corner on that one. Aragalang style.
And she is a thinking spiker. You really see the effort in trying to find those angles where she wants to bring the ball.
Ah, what a serve. Joe from the other side. Cruz was there. Gagate will set it up to Tiamzon, who is rejected. Cobb bumps it to Cruz, who sends it. A chance here for Ateneo on the counter. Tolentino pulls the trigger. It's back with them. Back to Cat. Cat adjusts. Cobb was there. Cruz. De La Cruz rather to Cruz. And Cruz easily gets the point off the block. And we are tied once again. The composure of these kids in the heat of the moment. And
I guess this is coming back to the report earlier. Now it's about being technical. It's not. It's them taking away the emotions from the game and just really playing the way they should, the way they were trained, the way they were taught.
And another rejection from the side of LaSalle. And guess what? From down 3, they're up 1. 11-10 is our score. They're looking to continue their mastery over their arch rivals. They won 2 games last year. Only 2 losses of the championship run of Ateneo. Ravenna. Chance here for LaSalle. Oh, that's too high for Leila Cruz. Joanna, cross court. In flight.
Maragino with cross-court kill.
Making her presence felt definitely. Most of
We are now tied
the
at
attack
11.
points boom. Coming from her, good leadership.
Well, 11 points between
Now
her and
serving.
Faith Nisperos. The rest of the team
Maragino.
only have 2. So it's the bulk is coming from her now and Faith. They're missing a little bit from Kat. Back to Faith. De La Cruz. Cobb. Tiamzon. That is in, says the linesman.
Tiamzon.
Barely. But in still.
Fighters.
Looks like it was going to sail out from our angle and here.
It felt and it seemed that way.
But the
So
sudden
spin.
drop, the sudden drop of that ball. Yeah, they called it.
Now serving.
And they were happy about it.
Former NU star serving. Tap. Mitch sends it to Tin. Tin goes for the angle. Nobody in front of her, nobody jumped. So she takes advantage and cuts it acutely across.
Time out for the
Look at this cut.
Ateneo Lady Eagles.
Lady Eagles call time.
Bakit ba ayaw natin magdahan-dahanin ang gang ng bola? Expect nyo na yun, nandito, hindi nadadaan kay Kat eh. Hindi pa pwede sa hindi Kat, nandito na yung bola sa labas eh, oh. Okay. Hey, come on, you have to read and respond. We're being reactive lang eh, nagre-react lang tayo, we have to respond. Awkward, anong gagawin? Awkward dito, anong gagawin? Naintindihan? Awkward yung kalaban, todo-todo pa rin yung block natin. Awkward yung kalaban, i-expect pa rin tayo na malakas na bola. Come on, we have to respond. Hey, 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 come on, just believe that we have patience. Come on.
Back to the action.
So one of the things that he learned from last year's experience as LaSalle is on a 5-1 run is he doubted himself also at the early part of the season. So he had to renew his faith in himself, not in the team, just in himself. Because sabi niya,
Back on the
if
service
he
line,
shows his girls
Bea
that he
Nagate.
doubts himself, it will obviously trickle down to the Lady Eagles. One of the lessons that he learned from season 81. Right now, his team is down a set and down 2. What happened there, Ann?
Here, this is doubtful. Normally, when it goes near the net, that ball, when it goes near the net, it becomes a bit tricky. And you have 2 tall people right in front of you. It gets confusing as well.
I know Gonzalo was there to kind of distract. And that's what happens, no? When the ball lands there in the middle.
Serving 11.
3-point lead and a 6-1 run. Tolentino. They need more from her, Ann.
They definitely do. And one of the things that we're also missing from Ateneo, we haven't seen much plays being delivered to their middle attackers. Mainly because they've been challenged when it comes to the receiving department.
Now serving. Jules
Well, she did
Salmonte.
have 15 points in that first match, so we know that she was going to be guarded today by those blockers of DLSU. Tiamzon, oh, beautiful angle for
And
Tin,
down
and the
is
reaction
Rossi.
from the veteran.
Tiamzon.
It made it a bit easy for her only with 1 blocker.
Goes to the runway, cleared for takeoff, and puts it away.
Now
3-point
serving.
deficit
Leila
has
Cruz.
now been turned into a 3-point lead for De La Salle. Kat. Kat has 3 points in this match. locked in. She's on fire. 8-1 run.
And it's very deceiving when you see her leap and then she finds that angle where she wants to bring the ball.
Timeout. 16-12.
And on the technical timeout.
Back inside the Mall of Asia Arena, where we'll have our games tomorrow. Also, we'll give you the schedule for tomorrow's games. Only one more team has yet to debut, and it is the Adamson Lady Falcons. The Ateneo side of things a little bit silent right now because they're down 4 here. And we are in the middle of an 8-2 run after that. Service error by Leila Cruz, but Tintiam Zon. So you see Vince and Isaac from the Ateneo side. Tintiam Zon has 9 points in this match.
She's been doing quite well. The thing that we see on the side of LaSalle, most of the players that are on the floor get a chance to attack. They get a chance to score. And that's something that's a bit different on the side of Ateneo, because you see that there are only a few players here who are consistent in terms of delivering the points.
So like I said earlier, Mitch has been feeding.
Attacker's error, point
As
for
a attacking error there for Tintiam Zon, Mars Alba. The LaSalle players are also here, of course.
For Leila Cruz, Jean Soreño for Michelle
in attendance, 16-14, their team is ahead. 1 set to love, 16-14, Mars Alba and Baby Soreño back in the game.
14, serving 16.
Seems to be a usual substitution. Both these ladies delivered earlier.
Scrambled for that one. Lead down to 1 now. So Ateneo on a mini run here. From 16-12, that's 3 straight points after the technical timeout. Erika Ragas. And a rotation error. They moved right away without the ball being served yet.
Wasted point here.
I think it was Soreño who was called for that one. That's why Lumer Pajarillo was saying to wait. Sometimes you can get away with that hand, but there are times that the referees will call it.
So, tingnan nyo, sa game plan natin, anong game plan natin? Tingnan natin, hindi tayo kung pwede ng 8 week. Hindi pwede 8 week. Ano na tao mo eh? Okay? Sugal muna tayo sa dalawang gilid. Eh, nakakapasa naman tayo, walang tayo magmadali. Kung hindi nakapwesto sa transition, pede. Sige tayo lang. Okay, say what?
Hey! Ayos!
Hindi nga gumagalaw yung bracket.
So an 8-2 run by LaSalle answered by a 4-0 run. Mr. Bundit, Mr. Liao, and of course, our boss, Nino Lorena, all in attendance here at the Mall of Asia Arena. Part of a great crowd that we have. 16 all is our time. 4-0 run for Coach O and his team to tie the game at 16 all. Much tighter set. Jamie delivers in the service deck. Mars Alba sets up Soreño, who is denied access at the net by Faith Vesperos.
Much better blocking here on the side of Ateneo.
5-0 run. What a response after being down 12-16. Yamson Pomreno. Missed opportunity. Faith elevates and detonates.
So much power in that attack.
What a reaction of the crowd.
So much force into that, and Gonzania was late.
Very late, yes. So it's a 6-0 run. Cobb to the running. Gonzania mistimed it. They'll award the point to Ateneo, who are now in the lead by 3.
This has been a good run for Ateneo.
What has fueled the run, and is it more LaSalle with errors, or is it Ateneo doing things better? What have you seen?
You know, LaSalle has given 6 points in this set, but I think ultimately it's a much better performance for Ateneo. They already have 9 attack points at this point in time, 3 block points, whereas it was not there in the first set.
Yamson has been solid in this match, and they needed her to respond there to cut that 7-0 run and cut the lead down to 2.
Now serving.
Last year, 17 serving 19. La Victoria can't do that.
Overreaching.
De La Cruz. Gotta give a chance
To set, and De La Cruz was just too eager.
Nanggigil, ano?
Oh, may konting
As a
gigil.
side pa nga yata, eh, no? Let's look at that
Now
again.
serving. Miss Battle.
Yep. So, that one is the point for Ateneo.
Julina tries to get the point back. Double on Duque.
And at this point, this is going to be a good test for the Lady Spikers. They cannot be rattled.
Coach O here on this side. Parang sigh of relief. Crowd has gotten into it now, both sides. Animo LaSalle, one big fight. They have their own battle here.
And we're back to the ball
Well,
game.
you know, these teams, they might be chanting different things, but, you know, it brings this different kind of energy inside the Mo Arena.
Well, if you've missed the UAAP, just happy to be back here. Den Lazaro, that Kim Hikiliana, yes. Oh, congratulations, by the way, to Den.
Yeah,
Yes,
congratulations,
LA
Univer.
or LaSalle. Mitch. 21 serving 17. Hasareno receives. Oh, what a dig, what a get by Hasareno. Ravenna solid on that one. Bragas. And a touch at the net, obviously. Nagkabanggaan si Duque and Julina De La Cruz.
These errors, miscues,
Will force the hand of Coach Ramil to put on Fifi Sharma for the very first time. Another rookie, part of the 8th rookie crew of DLSU, and the former De La Salle University basketball player Carlo Sharma.
Still serving. Disperos.
22-17 is our count. That's another one. Magkatinginan.
this has gotta hurt. They were off to such a good start earlier, but wrong decisions, miscues, it has hurt them here in the second set.
And this is an 11-1 run as we speak.
And you see them, they're scrambling. They're rushing.
Chance ball here. Down 6 are the Lady Spikers. Jolina. Faith keeps it up. Oh, over. Hazareno will set it up for the second-year player who is denied at the net. A 12-1 run. It is as torrid as it gets here in the second set. 24-17, set point for the defending champions, and a tie and a chance to square us all up here in match number 5, day number 3.
And if LaSalle would look back at this set, they will probably shake their head and think, wow, we gave 9 points away in that second set.
On errors, you mean?
On errors.
And did we really think we were not going to have a battle today?
We of course expected that it would be this exciting.
She's happy. Watching from the sidelines, defending champions bounce back in a big way. 13-1 run to take the set and bring us back at level terms, on level terms. A set brought to you by Gatorade. You play, we fuel. Now we have a match.